Welcome students and scholars. Today we are starting ASC 205 presentation of financial statements. And I want you to look at this topic differently from the beginning. This is not just about arranging lines on a balance sheet or income statement. ASC 205 is about how financial statements tell the business story. Sometimes the issue is whether prior periods are readable together. Sometimes a major part of the business has exited. Sometimes the company is winding down. And sometimes the business is still operating, but there is serious doubt about survival. So our memory structure for this topic is simple. Compare, discontinue, liquidate, and doubt. Here is the interesting part. The same financial data can tell a different story depending on how it is presented. That does not mean we manipulate the numbers. Absolutely not. The numbers remain grounded in GAAP. But presentation decides the lens through which users read those numbers. A sole division, a liquidation path, a going concern uncertainty, and a continuing business are not the same story. Investors, lenders, auditors, analysts, and students preparing for exams all need the right lens. Otherwise, even technically correct numbers can be misunderstood. Let us keep today's learning path clean and light. This is a map video, not a heavy rule lecture. First, we will see what ASC 205 solves. Then we will map the four subtopics ASC 205-10, ASC 205-20, ASC 205-30, and ASC 205-40. After that, we will lock a simple memory ladder. Compare, discontinue, liquidate, and doubt. Then we will look at useful connections with other ASC topics. And finally, we will connect this video to the next episode on comparability. Think of today as getting the classroom board ready before we start solving the actual problems. So what does ASC 205 solve? It solves four presentation problems. First, financial statements must be comparable across periods, otherwise trend reading becomes messy. Second, when a major business component exits, users should not mix that exit with normal continuing performance. Third, when a company is winding down, normal going concern reporting may no longer tell the right story. Fourth, when there is substantial doubt about survival, users must be warned through proper disclosure. In simple words, ASC 205 helps financial statements say, here is what is still normal, here is what changed, and here is what users must not ignore. Now let's place the four subtopics on the table. ASC 205-10 deals with overall presentation, mainly comparative statements and comparability. ASC 205-20 deals with discontinued operations, meaning when a disposed or held for sale component is separated from continuing operations. ASC 205-30 deals with liquidation basis of accounting, where the reporting basis changes because liquidation is imminent. ASC 205-40 deals with going concern, where management evaluates whether substantial doubt exists about the entity's ability to meet obligations. Four subtopics, four different presentation questions, one bigger purpose: clearer financial statement communication. Here is the memory ladder I want you to remember, especially under exam pressure. Step 1. Compare. Are prior periods readable together with the current period? Step 2. Discontinue. Has a major part of the business exited in a way that needs separate presentation? Step 3. Liquidate. Is normal reporting ending because liquidation is imminent? Step 4. Doubt. Can the entity meet its obligations, or is there substantial doubt about going concern? This ladder is simple but powerful. Whenever you face an ASC 205 scenario, do not panic. Ask which step of the ladder the case is really testing. Presentation changes decisions because users do not read numbers in isolation. Comparative presentation helps users see whether performance is improving, declining, or stable. Discontinued operations prevent one-time exit activity from distorting continuing performance. Liquidation basis tells users that the company is no longer being viewed like a normal ongoing business. Going concern disclosures warn users that future survival may be uncertain. So ASC 205 is not decoration. It changes how the financial statement reader understands performance, risk, continuity, and future direction. That is why this topic is much more practical than it looks at first glance. ASC 205 also does not work alone. ASC 250 connects with comparability because accounting changes can affect how periods are presented. ASC 360 connects with discontinued operations because held for sale and disposal guidance often supports the ASC 205-20 analysis. ASC 450 connects with going concern thinking because probable uncertainty and obligations matter when evaluating financial pressure. ASC 855 connects because subsequent events may affect disclosures or the way users understand conditions after the reporting date. We will not force every connection into every video because that becomes academic traffic jam. We will use only the connections that actually help understanding. Let us log the final memory card. ASC 205 protects comparability. It separates major exits. It changes the reporting basis when liquidation is imminent. It discloses going concern doubt when survival uncertainty matters. If you remember only one line from this video, remember this. Presentation is not decoration, it is judgment. A good accountant does not only ask what number should be recorded. A good accountant also asks how should this story be presented so users understand the business reality. That is the mature way to read ASC 205. In the next episode, we will go into ASC 205-10 and focus on comparability. Why do prior periods need to remain readable? When should presentation be reclassified? How does consistency protect trend analysis? And where does ASC 250 enter the picture? That is where the real mechanics begin. If this opening map made ASC 205 clearer, please support the channel by liking the video, sharing it with your colleagues, and subscribing to Commerce Regiment. Bring your curiosity to the next class because financial reporting is a continuous story, not a one-year snapshot.